everyone. I wanted to teach a lesson to review some of our math terms that we're using and incorporate some art. So today we're going to go over two-dimensional shapes and solid objects, and we're also going to create a fun art project to go with it. The first thing I wanted to go over with you that you learned last week in the lessons are that 2D shapes are plane shapes. So 2D shapes are flat. They can have straight sides or curves. They can have corners or no corners. So an example of 2D shape would be something like this circle, which is a smiley face sticker, and you can see it's flat. And it has the curved lines. Another example of 2D shapes is this hexagon, and we're going to be using these today in our art project. We also have a rhombus, a thin rhombus, trapezoid, triangle, and square. Now I want to show you something about solid shapes. Plane shapes, or the two-dimensional shapes, the flat shapes, are on the faces of solid shapes. And I'm going to give you some examples right here. So the first solid objects we're going to talk about are dice and a cube. If you look at this dice, you see the numbers on the sides, 1 through 6. And you'll notice that on the face of the dice, which is the flat part of the dice, it's the shape of the square. And the square has 4 equal sides and 4 equal corners. So each face that you see is a 2D plane shape of a square. Also wanted to show you this little cube. Same thing. It's a solid figure because there's space inside, but on the face of this little green cube is a square. The next shape I wanted to show you, or the next solid object I want to show you, is this juice box. And if you look at this juice box, you'll see that it's the shape of a rectangle. It has 2 pairs of equal sides, the long sides and the shorter sides. And even when you look at the top of the juice box, you'll see that it has another smaller rectangle with 2 pairs of equal sides. The last object I want to show you is this glue stick. If you see this glue stick, you'll notice too that when you hold it up and you see the flat surface on the top and the bottom, the shape you will see is a circle. Now it does not have any straight lines, it has curved lines, and it has no corners. It's the plane shape called a circle. For this project you will need the teaching tool number 16, and if you don't have access to a printer, it's okay to go ahead and draw your own shapes. You can color them in, or you can use construction paper if that works for you too. I also was looking for things around my house that I could use. I have tape and a glue stick, so either one of those will work. Scissors, colored pencils, or again, construction paper would be a great resource. The first thing I want to show you is that I'm going to make something out of these shapes that I've already colored and cut out. So I showed those to you earlier. And the first thing I'm going to make, I'm going to use the trapezoids. So I'm going to start by using the trapezoid here. I already put some glue on it to save some time. Since I only have 2 hands, I can't do too much with the filming. So I had to have some things pre-cut out for me. And then I'm going to see if you guys can see what I'm making. So this makes me think of the field trip that we went on earlier this year, where we went to an orchard. I hope you can see that this is an apple. And I've already also drawn a few other ideas for you if you would like to try and make some different things with the shapes. Here's what a fish might look like. And here's another one you could make by gluing down the shapes, made a flower. But there are so many different options for you. You can get really creative. I've seen butterflies, I've seen trees, or you can even make a whole scene outside with grass and trees and flowers. So it's really up to you how creative you'd like to get. I'm also going to show you another way you can do this project without cutting out paper. I like to draw with shapes and notice shapes in everyday things that we see out in nature or even around our house. So instead of using the pattern blocks and gluing down those 2D shapes, I'm going to go ahead and just try and draw things mainly using shapes, not just lines, okay? So in a lot of our drawings, we were able to use lines. So I'm gonna make, in this corner, I'm gonna make a sun, drawing a circle. And I think I'll add some more color to it so you can see it better. I'm going to add a little orange to it, maybe going around the sun. So I made a circle here. And to make the rays of the sun, I'm going to make some different shaped, different sized triangles. You can even make all kinds of different shapes. Or different sizes when you make your triangles for your sun. Sometimes when I draw suns, I just draw the lines to show the rays, but I want to make sure that I'm using my shapes. And even though I'm doing my best, it's not perfect. Okay. And then I'm going to go down and I'm going to draw a tree. I'm going to use brown for my tree trunk. I'm going to make, having a hard time holding the paper and my camera. I'm going to make a rectangle for the trunk. I'm going to make a circle, and I'm thinking sometimes squirrels and different animals live inside trees and they live in the hollow of a tree. So for my tree, I'm going to continue using rectangular shapes to make the branches. And there's different ways you could make the leaves for your trees. I've seen people use triangles. You could also use squares. It's up to you. You get to be creative. You could use circles. There are many different shapes that would work. You could even try a rhombus, which is a little bit more challenging. I think I'm going to go ahead and make my leaves a circle shape. And I will just keep filling that in. You could even add flowers. Maybe by doing a circle and then triangles around the outside. And then I think I might make a bird. I'd like to make a blue bird. And I am going to try to draw the rhombus, which is a little bit harder to draw. Do the line this way, and the line going this way, and this way, and this way. That could be the bird's body. I'm going to shade it in. And I think I'll make a triangle for the bird's head. And I might even make a thin rhombus for the tail. A lot of birds have tail feathers. And then for its legs, I'll just make some rectangles. And then for the feet, I think I'll just make some triangles. For the beak, I'll also make a triangle. And for the eye, I'll make a little circle. So this is just one other way that you can get creative with using shapes to make a picture. You can add a lot more than I did. I just wanted to give you some ideas to get you started. I hope you have fun with it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time on my YouTube channel making some more fun lessons for you. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend and enjoying time with your family. God bless all of you.